Issues that surround black hair and getting a perm at the age of 6. Of course, there are developmental problems to that. My hair was never strong then. So I was natural, but I hated it. So I went back to a perm by 9th grade. But in the 11th grade, I literally woke up one day and was just like, I'm cutting it, I'm done. I saw good hair and I just felt that I didn't want to do that to myself anymore. So I cut it and I called it my Independence Day.
My hair is 100% Negro, as you can see. That's why I'm wearing a hat. Sorry, if I took care of it, it'll be like 100% Remy maybe.
I got a relaxer when I was like 9 years old, and I had a lot of hair and it was very thick and curly, so the curls would get entangled with each other, and it was very hard. Like I had a flat hot comb, we didn't have flat irons then, hot comb my hair every week and keep it in braids, because once it was out in the air, it would get even more harder to comb. So it was too much, it was the length and how thick it was too much to manage at that time. So I begged my mom to let me get a relaxer. She really didn't want me to, but she kind of just, you know, gave in, and I finally got a relaxer.
I got good hair, you know, like good genes running in family, trying to look neat, so everyone will judge me about a nappy-head black person walking around.
I personally don't like the big chop. When you and I got the same haircut and we both getting taped up, I don't really like that. But if you can, you know, grow it out first, then handle it, you know what I'm saying? Some people do, they have the braids in, twist in, and then they grow it out. I personally don't have too much of a problem with it if it's taken care of, especially like the little soft afro thing that goes on, the real soft one, soft big hair. I like that. But yeah, I don't really have too many qualms about it. Just don't chop it all off at once.
As far as challenges with being a dark-skinned African-American woman, honestly, I absolutely love my skin tone. I would not want to be any other skin tone than the one that I am right now. I feel like God has created me this way for a reason. I
grew up in a very unique bubble in Miami where everyone was Cuban and Catholic, so I felt like I was fit right in. It's only when I got to Gainesville when I experienced the real culture shock of living in a place where I was the minority, where old people were speaking in English instead of Spanish. So it's only when I got to college where I felt a little bit left out.
I think people still forget that I'm still black, so I still have to, you know, work against like the fact that I'm not white. So I guess it can be easier though, because I am light skinned, so I can kind of like blend with the other side just a little bit, you know, like you know, they'll say stuff around me because they forget that I'm black. But at the same time, you know, if I'm still trying to go for interviews against white people and things like that.
If you're of a darker tone like myself, then I feel like everybody like almost discriminates against you or already has these prejudgments before they even get to meet you. For instance, when I got into UF, everybody always asked me, did you always get in for a sport? And I was like, no, I actually got in for academics. That's Exhibit A, and I can tell you a whole bunch, but I'm not going to bore you guys, so.
There was that point in time when I was young that I was like, oh, white was a better race. But I guess then as I started getting older and the influence was more of like parental influence and like actually realizing it, I became more comfortable with who I am, and I really understood that it didn't matter if you were white, like the beauty was inside you.
Seriously, I don't really have like anything specific, like anything from like kind of like tall, short. Like I'm not that picky as far as appearance goes. I'm pretty open-minded about that. Just more about like connection, like what we're into. I'm into hip hop, that kind of thing, or anything like that. So,
growing up in a Cuban community in Miami, I always understood beauty to be and a woman something curvaceous. Nothing too skinny, nothing too, I guess, fat. So I guess the stereotypical Hispanic woman, I guess, was a standard for me.
For me, I like a brown skin, slender up top, thick on the bottom. I prefer longer hair. Pretty eyes definitely a must. Pretty smile definitely a must. And well put together, you know, in her like clothing sense.